Most allotment holders have experienced it. One week the lettuce is perfect, the next it has bolted, gone bitter, and you are staring at a bed that looks like it belongs in a forgotten garden. Then nothing. A gap. Bare soil where something useful should be growing. You did not do anything wrong. You just planted everything at once. There is a method that fixes this entirely. It is called succession planting, and once you understand how it works, you will never again face that feast or famine cycle that catches so many growers out every single summer. Succession planting is the practice of sowing the same crop in small batches, spaced out across several weeks rather than all at once. Instead of one large sowing of radishes in April, you sow a short row every 2 to 3 weeks from March through to August. Instead of 30 lettuces ready on the same Tuesday in June, you have 6 ready now, 6 more in a fortnight, and another 6 after that. The idea is simple. The execution, for most people, is where it quietly falls apart. Not because it is difficult, but because it requires a small shift in how you think about your plot. You stop thinking in single events and start thinking in sequences. Your allotment does not run on a clock. It runs on temperature, light, and moisture. When you sow everything in one go, every plant in that batch experiences the same conditions at the same time. They germinate together, mature together, and bolt or go over together. You get a glut, and then a gap. That gap is not just frustrating. It is wasted ground, wasted light, and wasted growing season. Every week your soil sits empty is a week it is not producing food for your table. Succession planting fills those gaps before they appear. It keeps the soil occupied, it keeps the harvest coming, and it makes your allotment feel productive from the first warm week of spring, right through to the first hard frost of autumn. Not every crop suits this method equally well. Fast-maturing crops are the ones that reward you most. Radishes, salad leaves, spinach, spring onions, beetroot, and dwarf French beans are all excellent candidates. These are crops that go from seed to harvest in 4 to 8 weeks. Sow them little and often, and you create a near-continuous supply. Lettuces are perhaps the most classic example. A single packet of mixed leaf lettuce, sown in pinches every 2 to 3 weeks, will feed a household all summer from a surprisingly small amount of ground. The same logic applies to rocket, coriander, and any cut and come again green that you find yourself wanting regularly on your plate. Longer season crops like courgettes, runner beans, and leeks do not suit the same approach in quite the same way. However, even with these, a small stagger in your sowing dates can extend the harvest window meaningfully. Sow 2 batches of French beans 3 weeks apart, and the second planting will keep producing long after the first has finished. Start with a piece of paper and a calendar. Pick 3 or 4 crops you want to harvest continuously. For each one, work out roughly how many weeks it takes from sowing to picking. Then divide your growing season by that number. That tells you how many successions you can fit in before the light and warmth run out. For lettuce in a typical UK season, you can often fit 8 or 9 successions running from late March through to early September. That is 8 or 9 moments of harvest spread across 5 months. From a small raised bed, that is a remarkable return for very little additional effort. The key discipline is this: when you sow a new batch, write the date on a small label and push it into the soil. When you harvest the last plant from a row, that row is ready again. Look at your calendar, sow the next batch immediately, and the sequence continues without interruption. 2 to 3 weeks is the sweet spot for most fast-maturing crops in a British summer. Much shorter than that, and the harvests pile up on one another. Much longer, and you start creating the gaps you are trying to avoid. 2 to 3 weeks gives you just enough time between gluts to use what you have grown before the next wave arrives. You do not need to sow large quantities. A short row, a small pot, a quarter of a seed tray. Little and often is far more useful than a large sowing that overwhelms you. This is also better for your seed tin. A packet of salad seeds used in small amounts across an entire season will give you far more value than a packet tipped into the ground all at once in April. Succession planting does something else that most people do not expect. It keeps your plot visually interesting throughout the season. You always have something at a different stage: young seedlings in one corner, established plants harvesting now, bare soil freshly sown just last week. The allotment feels alive in a way that a plot running on a single sowing never quite manages. It also keeps you engaged. When you know that every 2 to 3 weeks you have a small task to complete, you stay connected to your growing. You visit more often. You notice problems earlier. Your plot improves simply because you are paying it more regular attention. So over to you. Which crop always lets you down with a glut followed by a long gap? Name it in the comments and tell us how long you are usually left waiting before the next one is ready. And if this helped you understand your plot a little better, subscribe to GrowAllot Studio. There is always more going on down on the allotment than meets the eye.